Let's talk about something we all think we know: male pleasure. When you hear those words, what's the first thing that pops into your head? For most people, it's one specific body part, and the story seems to end there. We've been told, through culture, media, our own experiences, that male arousal is a simple on or off switch. It's direct, it's predictable, and it's all about one main event. But what if I told you this is probably the biggest myth in the entire landscape of human sexuality? What if the male body is less like a simple light switch and more like a vast, uncharted galaxy, filled with constellations of pleasure just waiting to be discovered? This single-minded focus has left so much potential for intimacy and ecstasy on the table. The truth is, the male body is a complex and sensitive instrument, just like any other body. The idea that men are only aroused in one way is not only incredibly limiting, but also puts a huge amount of pressure on everyone involved. It creates a performance-based script rather than an exploration-based adventure. This narrow view ignores a whole world of sensory input that can lead to deeper connection and more profound, full-body pleasure. We've been handed a map with only one destination marked, when in reality, there are countless beautiful hidden spots along the way. It's time to throw that old, boring map away and start drawing a new one, together, based on curiosity and actual experience. Think about it this way. Would you only ever listen to one song on repeat for the rest of your life? Of course not. You'd crave variety, different rhythms, new melodies. Our bodies are the same. They crave new sensations, different types of touch, and the excitement of the unknown. Okay, let's dive right into our first hidden gem. This is a spot that many people have never even heard of by name, but it holds so much potential for pleasure. We're talking about the perineum. In a male body, this is the smooth, sensitive stretch of skin located between the scrotum and the anus. You might know it by a more casual name, the gooch or taint, but let's give it the respect it deserves. This area is a powerhouse because it's packed with nerve endings and is the external point closest to the prostate gland, a major center for male pleasure that is often completely ignored. The perineum acts as a sort of bridge, connecting different pleasure zones and offering a unique access point to deeper sensations. Why is this spot so special? The skin here is incredibly receptive to touch, and the proximity to the prostate means that even gentle external pressure can create a deep, radiating warmth and a completely different kind of arousal. The sensations here aren't sharp or direct. They are often described as a deep, resonant hum of pleasure that can build slowly and intensely. Stimulating the perineum can enhance and deepen an orgasm, making it feel more like a full-body experience rather than one that is localized to a single area. So how do you explore this area? The key is to start with gentle, confident touch. You can use the pads of your fingers or the palm of your hand to apply firm, steady pressure. A slow, circular massaging motion can be absolutely incredible. Imagine you're trying to warm up a cool spot. Use that kind of consistent, gentle friction. You can also try incorporating it into other activities. During manual stimulation or oral sex, using your other hand to press or massage the perineum can create a powerful dual sensation that your partner has likely never experienced before. It's about layering different types of pleasure. Remember, this might be a new and unexpected sensation for him. The first time you touch him there, he might be surprised. That's why a light, exploratory approach is best. Pay close attention to his breathing, his body language, and any sounds he makes. These are your clues. This isn't about performing a technique perfectly. It's about being present and responsive. Now let's travel up the body to a place you might only associate with hearing. But trust me, it's so much more. The ears. Yes, the ears. One of the most neglected erogenous zones on the male body, a real shame. They are exquisitely sensitive. The skin on and around the ears is thin, loaded with a dense network of nerve endings. Imagine a gentle breeze on your ear sending a shiver down your spine. Now channel that sensitivity into deliberate, intimate touch. The ears are a unique playground, physical and psychological. The pleasure is twofold. First, the direct physical sensation. Start by massaging the earlobes between thumb and forefinger. Slow, circular motion. Trace the outer curve with a single finger, the rim, the helix. Don't forget behind the ear where jaw meets skull. A soft caress can be potent. A soft kiss, a gentle nibble, the trace of a fingertip. Tingling sensations that travel down the neck and spine. Use breath. A warm, soft exhale on the ear can be electrifying. Second, the psychological component. Whispering or breathing softly into the ear. Proximity to the brain makes it intensely intimate. It feels like being led into a secret, amplifying physical touch with a mental thrill. Exploring ears, subtlety, and variety. Start by massaging the earlobes, slow circular motion, then trace and tease. Trace the outer curve with the tip of your tongue. Don't forget behind the ear. Combine touch, breath, and whispered words. Incorporate earplay into foreplay during intercourse, or a quiet moment of cuddling on the couch. Add new layers to intimacy. Don't replace other touch, add to it. By focusing on the ears, you show you desire his whole body. It's a powerful message. You're invested in exploring every inch of him. Let's move to another often overlooked area, a tantalizing gateway to the main event, the inner thighs. Pleasure by association. Inner thighs, soft, tender, full of nerve endings. Their power, proximity to the genitals. Any touch sends a message. We're close. That anticipation can be even more arousing than direct stimulation. It builds tension and heightens pelvic sensitivity. The science. Nerves connect to the same plexus as the genitals. Stimulating the inner thigh can create a referred, pleasurable echo, like warming the orchestra before the soloist. For many men, a slow, deliberate caress reignites desire. How to practice. Be slow and intentional. Don't rush past the thighs. Spend time there. Technique. Fingertips. Light, feathery circles. Start above the knee. Work slowly upward. Palms. Broader, warmer pressure. Alternate light touches and firmer strokes. Technique. Nails. Very, very gentle grazes for a tingling sensation. Add sensations. A little massage oil. Soft kisses that move higher and higher. The inner thighs are your canvas. Tell a story with your hands and mouth. Build suspense. Make the final destination more rewarding. A slow build and careful teasing can make everything that follows feel more explosive. Practice slow, intentional touch. Notice breathing, small shifts, and encourage exploration rather than rushing to the finish line. We often think of the neck as a vulnerable area, and honestly, that's precisely what makes it such a potent pleasure spot. The nape, that delicate area at the back of the neck where the hairline ends, is another one of these hidden treasures. Much like the ears, the skin here is thin and packed with sensitive nerve endings, but there's something more primal about it. For many people, a touch on the nape of the neck can trigger an immediate, involuntary shiver of pleasure. It's a place that is rarely touched with intention, so when it is, the effect is amplified. It feels surprising, intimate, and deeply connecting. The pleasure here is rooted in our nervous system. A gentle caress, a soft kiss. The warm breath on the back of the neck stimulates the vagus nerve, which plays a key role in calming the body and creating feelings of connection and safety. It's kind of like a biological hack for intimacy. You can begin by running your fingers through his hair and letting them drift down to gently massage the muscles at the base of his skull and the top of his neck. From there, try tracing the line of his hair with a single fingertip. A series of soft, light kisses along the nape can be absolutely electrifying. Another powerful move is to gently hold the back of his neck with your whole hand while you kiss him on the mouth. This creates a sense of control and surrender that many people find incredibly hot. This is a pleasure spot you can access almost any time, anywhere. Standing behind him in the kitchen while watching a movie, or as a prelude to more intense intimacy. It's a silent way of saying I'm thinking about you, or I desire you without speaking a word. Paying attention to the nape of the neck is a simple yet profound way to deepen your physical vocabulary. It reminds your partner that pleasure can be found in the most unexpected and tender of places. All right, we're venturing back into more familiar territory. We're looking for a very specific, often completely overlooked detail. I'm talking about the frenulum of the penis. It's the small, V-shaped stretch of skin on the underside of the penis, where the head connects to the shaft. This tiny area is one of the most sensitive spots on the male body. It is absolutely loaded with nerve endings. For many men, it's the epicenter of their pleasure. The frenulum is a convergence point for an incredible amount of sensory nerves. Direct focus stimulation can be overwhelmingly pleasurable. During manual stimulation, instead of a general up and down motion, use your thumb with gentle pressure and circular or side-to-side motion on the spot. You can also gently flick or tease with your fingertip. During oral sex, the tongue can do some of its best work here. Spend time licking and circling the frenulum, not just the tip. Moisture, warmth, and tongue texture can create incredible sensations. Because this spot is so sensitive, communication is vital. What feels amazing to one man might be too intense for another. Start gently and watch his reactions. A sharp intake of breath, a tightening of his muscles, his hips pushing toward you. These are your clues. You can also ask directly, how does this feel? Small tweaks lead to big results. Learning to focus on the frenulum is a small adjustment that yields enormous results. Be a connoisseur of his body. Pay attention to the details that unlock exquisite pleasure. Start gently, check in, respect boundaries. What delights one person may overwhelm another. When he does something you love, tell him, "Oh, that feels amazing," is one of the hottest things you can say. It encourages more of what you want, builds confidence, and makes exploration richer for both of you. We've just mapped out some incredible new territories for pleasure: perineum, nape, ears, inner thighs, frenulum. But here's the most important secret of all. The map is not the territory. Every single body is different. What sends one partner into ecstasy might just be a tickle to another. That is why the single most important tool in your explorer's kit is open, honest, enthusiastic communication. Frame it as a shared adventure. Use we and us language. Try, would you be open to exploring some new things together? During your exploration, verbal and nonverbal cues are your compass. Listen for changes in breathing, soft moans, bodies leaning into your touch. These are your green lights. Use simple check-ins. How does that feel? Do you like this? And remember to give feedback. Tell him what you love. Consent is ongoing. Checking in builds trust. Creating a space where no or not right now is welcome makes exploration safe. Communication and consent aren't roadblocks to pleasure. They are the superhighway that leads you directly to it. We've journeyed from the myth of one-size-fits-all male pleasure to discovering a whole galaxy of sensitive, responsive zones. Perineum, the surprising thrill of the ears, the tantalizing suspense of the inner thighs, the primal connection at the nape, the hidden power of the frenulum. But this knowledge isn't just tricks to memorize, it's an invitation. It's permission to be curious and playful. There is no such thing as a perfect lover. The goal is to become a more curious one. Take one small step. The next time you are together, pick just one idea that sparked your interest. Maybe a gentle massage on the nape while you're cooking dinner, or a newfound focus on his inner thighs during foreplay. Start small. Integrate rather than overwhelm. See it as planting a seed of curiosity. Notice his reaction. Notice how it feels for you to initiate something new. Change happens not in a grand gesture, but in a series of small, intentional explorations. Ultimately, the most profound pleasure comes from the connection you build while exploring together. It's in the shared laughter when a touch tickles instead of thrills. Be brave, be curious, and have fun. Your next great adventure is waiting for you, not on some distant shore, but in the landscape of each other.